Hello everyone! Today I'll be making an underwater monument build. It has everything you want for your basic needs, and if you're looking for an underwater build, then you've come to the right place. It has storage, smelting, as well as an underwater wheat farm and sugarcane farm, utilizing the fact that you're entirely encased in water to use that fact to hydrate your crops. But with that being said, let's get right into the first step. Alright, so the first step of this build is finding an optimal place to put it. The ocean biome is definitely optimal for this sort of build because ocean biomes are deeper than 9 blocks, which is how deep this build is. And obviously, if the build is touching the bottom of the body of water, then you don't really have that kind of floating build sort of thing. So definitely optimal oceans. Also, it is 30 by 30 total build area, so rivers also can't really have that sort of build size without making it kind of crammed in. So ocean biomes are best here. But the first step of this build is going to make a 19 diameter circle. This is going to be made out of stone brick. This is also mostly a placeholder because we're going to be removing some of the corners of this circle, as you kind of saw in the overview. But this is going to be a good kind of guideline to know where the blocks are supposed to be. And then the next step here is you're going to make a 17 diameter circle that is 8 blocks down. So you're going to go down a block from the stone brick, and then you're going to have an additional 8 blocks below of glass circles. And then on the 8th block, you're going to have your oak plank flooring. And then, of course, the last step here of the first part is to get rid of the water. And of course, the best way to get rid of the water would be to use sand or gravel. This is kind of the way most people do it. They just kind of fill it in with sand, and then they remove the sand afterwards, and all the water is gone. This would be a really good way to do it for this base as well. Okay, so now for the interior of this build. So the first step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to replace the oak planks with dirt in this pattern, and along the edge, lower it by a block. This is because this is going to be the ring of sugarcane, and it cannot be a block higher because otherwise there technically isn't water immediately next to the block. But by lowering it by a block, you have water next to it, so you can put down sugarcane. Next step is you're going to want to hoe the ground. Plant your plants, could be wheat, carrots, whatever. You could split it in half, up to you. Then you're going to add a trim with a glass floor on the bottom there. And then we're going to add in the furnace section. So you're going to add in a little trim there with chiseled stone brick. It could be normal stone brick if you want, but I put chiseled because I think it looks better. Then you're going to have smooth stone and furnace in a checkerboard pattern. Then along the back wall, we're going to have chiseled stone brick and 3 furnaces. 3 furnaces and then normal stone brick. Stone brick stairs and 3 furnaces. And then on top, you can have a chiseled stone brick and 2 stone brick stairs. And then along the side, you're going to add in 2 trap doors as well as 3 barrels. Put a double chest and an item frame on it if you want. You can add the item frame if you want, it's optional. And an additional barrel and then another shelf. And then on top of the shelf, put in 2 barrels. Afterwards, you're going to add in the lighting because otherwise, because it's underground, you can't actually grow all of the wheat and sugarcane this way. So you're going to add in 3 lanterns in the sections as you see on screen here. And now we're going to be doing the stairs. So you're going to start off by doing 2 stairs, 4 blocks, and then a stripped oak log. I just put it there just for a little bit of railing on the bottom. Extend the stripped oak log there, and then we're going to be doing the stairs upwards. And then you're going to stop when you get to the block with the lantern on top, because this is going to be the layer that you're going to be having your second floor on. And then we're going to be adding in the second floor. Now, these blocks are all half slabs except for the blocks that you had your lanterns on. So every single block that you see here that is just added is a half slab. And then we're going to be replacing the edge there with stripped oak logs as kind of a trim, as well as an extra stripped oak log on the end there just for a railing. Then we're going to add a lantern and then some glass railings with additional plant on the side there. And now we're going to be adding in the chests. This is kind of going to be the main storage area of this build. And then we're going to add in another layer of chests. And I'm going to be showing on screen now kind of a little snippet there. So there's going to be 2 lanterns on top of either side of the chests. This is to make sure that everything's lit there in the main part of the base. And now we're going to be going off into the bedroom section. So we're going to have a railing of stripped oak logs as well as 3 bookshelves. We're going to add in 2 bookshelves and a sideways loom. You don't need to add in the loom, but I just like the sideways loom because it has a nice empty bookshelf kind of look to it, as well as a stair and an upside down stair for kind of a little study area there, as well as a bed. And then we're going to add in 1 bookshelf and 2 half slabs to kind of cover the top of the loom and the other bookshelf. And then on the upside down stair, put in a lantern to light up that area, as well as a 3x3 carpet that can be whatever color you want. I did blue and green. You can do red and yellow, different pattern, completely up to you. Now we're going to be adding the stairs that go up to the top of the build, and this is going to be 5 blocks tall. That's going to be alternating between a stair and then on the back an upside down stair to kind of give you that staggered look. And then one last step is along each of the sides there, we're going to be adding a little bit of a chisel into the glass of stone brick and mossy stone brick to kind of have the exterior stone brick kind of cut in and kind of fold into the glass a little bit. All right, now on to the top part of this build. Now the first step you're going to be doing here is you're going to be making a stone brick circle that goes around the stairs there. This is going to be a mix of stone brick, mossy stone brick, and moss because I kind of want to have that overgrown look going over the top here. Next step here is going to be stripped oak logs. However, it's not going to be all the way around the bottom there. On the side closest to the chest, those 5 stone brick there, there's not going to be stripped oak logs there. It's going to be upper half slabs because it's going to give you a little bit more headroom when entering the base. Also, underneath the stripped oak logs, we're going to have a chandelier with 4 lanterns to kind of light up that furnace area there. Then we're going to add in our upper half slabs all the way around, including that area closest to the chests there. Now we're going to be adding in the stone brick half slabs as well as mossy stone brick half slabs. Now we're going to be encasing the base now with glass. We're going to be filling in the sides of the circle to kind of make them a little bit thicker, except for the sides because you're going to be removing those. Now we're going to be adding in a little bit extra onto those sides there. These are going to be upside down half slabs, just to kind of make the edges kind of fold up a little bit, just to kind of makes it look a little bit better. Now we're going to be adding in normal half slabs on top of those previous half slabs, as well as chiseled stone brick. And now we're going to be mixing in moss, grass at this point, just kind of mix it around a little bit to make it look a little bit overgrown. Now we're going to be adding in kind of corner monuments, kind of smaller monuments on the edge there. These are going to be on the corners of the 17 diameter circles. Now what you're going to be adding in is, grass, leaves, as well as lily pads to kind of tie in this kind of overgrown monument sort of place. And then there's going to be one last step, is we're going to add in a tree that's going to have its roots go into the water. So first step here is you're going to make this stem Of course, you don't need to follow this block by block, but you can kind of use this as a general guide to make your own. Along the top there, we're going to make a little bit of a mushroom cap out of leaves. On the lower branch, you're going to make another mushroom cap, kind of mix the two together, and then on the bottom of the mushroom cap, kind of put down just a few blocks to cover those logs on the bottom, just to kind of make it feel a little bit rounder. And then one last step is you're going to be adding in the roots. Now, I'm playing in 1.18 when I'm making this, because Optifine in 1.19 wasn't working for me, so I don't have the mangrove roots or rooted dirt. But you can actually mix that in here and make it look really good with that. I think it would look really good with the mangrove roots and rooted dirt to kind of have it look like it's growing down into the water. Just kind of, I think, key thing to note here, or you can just use normal blocks, but I think that the mangrove roots would look really good here. Alrighty then, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope this base serves you guys well for whatever purpose you make it for. Make sure to leave a comment down below of any additions you made to this base, any modifications or anything of the sort, and make sure to like the video if you like the tutorial and you want other people to see it as well. It'll really help in the algorithm. That's always a bonus. And make sure to subscribe for future content if that's something you guys want as well. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys in the next one.